Hello. It's coffee time, where we go to the Daily Mail website and look at the news. I haven't looked at the news, so I don't know what's going on. So, uh, Horizon, don't fancy that. Here we go. If you think you're having a bad day, that's nothing compared to what Tom Glanfield is going through. He is a city headhunting tycoon, and so I'm just waiting for the Daily Mail website to catch up. Come something with my brain's faster than the website, and he bought North Haven Point in Sandbanks. Here he is, and he bought it for an eye-watering 13.5 million quids. You're thinking, that's all right. That's all right, isn't it? If you can get that. Well, yeah, the 46-year-old bought the quaint rundown Edwardian cottage, which is on a road known as Millionaires Row in Sandbanks in March 2023. But he's got a bit of a problem, right? He applied for planning permission to demolish and replace it with a larger modern family house. And neighbours added support for the plan and everything, but he's been refused permission to demolish and rebuild. And you're probably thinking, well, that's not too bad a problem. But yeah, the property lies in a conservation area and has been nominated for inclusion on the local heritage list as a non-designated heritage asset, NDHA. And again, you can see it on the map here. It's tucked away on the map there. God, who'd want to live there, eh? I bet it's horrible. There. But yeah, Tom describes the cottage as a death trap, right? He says he needs to invest £1 million just for sea defences alone. He says the cottage relied on an obscene amount of oil, has mould and mildew, and a cracked concrete driveway. And while his neighbours all have, massive garages and electric gates and all the other accoutrements you come with high life, he wants to transform it into an eco-friendly, sustainable family home with renewable power and a desalination facility. Wow. So you'll be able to take water from the sea and drink it. But yeah, the refusal decision was published last week. Bournemouth and Poole Council included a conservation report which torpedoed his plans, even though he spent all that money. Conservation Officer Kalina Kuteva wrote, the proposed replacement dwelling would be a rather generic contemporary design with its large expanse of glazing, concrete elements, vertical timber effects, as well as stone cladding and flat roof, resulting in a boxy appearance. They all look like these days. She said, by adding virtue of its design and palette materials, the proposed dwelling would jar against the remaining Edwardian villas along Panorama Row and would not respect the character and appearance of the conservation area. Imagine spunking, all that money up the wall, and you can't do what you want. Oh, isn't it a shame? I'm crying inside for him. I'm crying inside. Meanwhile, this is death by tiramisu. It's a sad story. And it's in Italy. We're going to Milan, and it's the story of Anna Belisario. Here she is, and she was apparently out with her boyfriend. This is on January 26th last year. And they'd been dining at a fast food restaurant in Milan when she went into anaphylactic shock and died on February the 5th at San Raffaele Hospital. But yeah, Italian newspaper Corriere della Sera reported that the two women who ran the shop, well, it's a pastry shop that supplied the restaurant, are under investigation for manslaughter because their tiramisu killed her. I reckon. And this isn't the one. This is just a stock image. Looks tasty. I don't know if I again. Have I? I'm going to say to the missus, have I ever had tiramisu? I know you like it, but I can't remember if I've had it. Um, but yeah, it's alleged the company did not prevent the mixing of two production lines in the laboratory pastry shop supplier at the time to 63 Italian restaurants. So yeah, if there'd been a separation of ingredients and environments, and the staff had correct training, there would be no mixing of casein with products of vegetable origin in the pastry laboratory. Is that what they call it now? And in a kitchen, which led to the fatal outcome for the girl. But yeah, she checked the label and asked for further information because she knew she had an allergy, and she was given reassurance and started to eat. But on the second spoonful, she felt sick and went to the bathroom to vomit. Took her a medication and cortisone, but shortly afterwards she lost consciousness and died in hospital. In other tiramisu packaging from the same brand, traces of milk protein was also identified. On top of that, traces of egg were found in the mayonnaise of the supposedly vegan sandwich that Miss Belisario had as their main dish in the restaurant. So was it the tiramisu or was it the mayonnaise? It's a complicated case. But yeah, the case continues. Killer tiramisu. Brr. It's cold out there. More than 100 schools are forced to close, and travellers face road and rail chaos as the -9 Arctic blast gives 6 inches today. Are you enjoying your 6 inches? There you go. And you've got dust into the white stuff. Luckily, nothing here. It's clear and bright here, but still very cold. I got a new hat yesterday. Oh, new hat day. There's only one day better than new guitar day, and that's new hat day. I've got a new hat and it's very warm. Covers me ears. Meanwhile, we'll update on Joseph Fritzl news. Really? Now remember, they're thinking of letting him out because he no longer poses a danger to the public. He never did. It was his own children that he posed a danger to. But yeah. 15 years after he was jailed for the terrible, terrible case that he had. He kept his daughter in a basement. The 88-year-old has been said he's fit to be released. However, he is ravaged by dementia. Right, and here he is again. Oops, wrong camera. I'll get it right in a minute. And here's the underground lair in which he kept his daughter and the children that he fathered with her. But yeah, he's not had a good time in prison. He's had several teeth knocked out after getting into fights, and he's often have to be watched by 4 guards at a time because everybody hates him. But his dementia has left him very, very damaged. He thinks he's a pop star, and yeah, and his family visit him in prison. They don't, so maybe I don't know. Just, just let him, just let him, just let him die in prison, eh? Meanwhile, we've got a follow up to the bus explosion that happened last week. Remember? Do you remember that? Oh, apparently 2 London buses burst into flames last week. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, there was one that happened in was it the bus travelling from Mitcham to Rains Park, blew up on Friday, and 24 hours later, I was at the weekend, we couldn't cover it. A second bus caught fire in North Woolwich. Transport for London and Sadiq Khan said they weren't going to withdraw the buses, but now they have. But former firefighter Neil Peterson explained how fires in electric buses can be sparked. And again, it all comes down to the battery pack. He said, if there is any damage to the battery pack, the lithium cells can heat up, become unstable, and start a self-sustaining chemical fire. He added there are different types of lithium batteries, lithium-ion batteries, which are commonly used in e-bikes, scooters and car and early buses. Then it moved on to a different chemical composition, such as lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are the ones predominantly found in the buses in London. There are a number of causes which can lead to fire in these vehicles. The most common is physical damage to the battery pack, as lithium cells do not like physical abuse. Who does? And yeah, this was the bus that went up. It went boom. But yeah, any of these lithium batteries, again, rechargeable batteries, are like having a little mini explosive and have to be handled with care. This is why a lot of these e-bikes are exploding when they're being charged up. I mean, not a bus, but here's a picture of a Tesla that blew up last year. And apparently in China, it's a real problem with the exploding electric vehicles. So yeah, and Peterson went on to say that fires from these batteries are extremely difficult to extinguish as they produce their own oxygen and hydrogen, so they're self-sustaining. That's not good. Meanwhile, let's look to the skies. Denisa Tenes, who's working on a Wizz Air flight from Luton to Poland, believes she's captured a pink UFO in the sky. Now, it's only a 33-second video, and I'll be really annoyed if there's an advert. What do you reckon? Come on. Oh, no, there isn't. Quick, put it on. Yoink. Now, what do you reckon? Where is it? Where is this UFO? Come on, where is it? Oh, it's up there. Oh, I see. There's something flickering. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I wonder what it is. Is it little green men in their little pink spaceship? Well, I guess we'll never know, because this is the worst UFO footage. Oh, there it is again. It looks like some sort of reflection. It's probably a reflection from a light from a camera, from a phone. I don't know, but yeah, UFOs. It's not, is it really? Oh, there's a lot about the Emmys. More about, they want more about England's measles hotspot. They've got an interactive map today. That's nice. No, though I imagine most of the people watching this are a bit too old for measles. Where is it? Where's the map? Here we go. What am I looking at here? Okay, this is so I guess we click on the map and it gives you suspected cases. Well, I thought it said there was an outbreak. Oh, wait a minute, there's 9. Oh my God, 5 cases. This is, did you get the feeling you're being conned? Meanwhile, up there, this is a non-story, Daily Mail. This is a non-story. There isn't a massive outbreak. What else have we got? Germany fears that Putin could start World War III. Oh, that's good news, isn't it? Oh dear. It'll be all right, especially when Trump returns to power. He's coming. He's coming home. He's coming. Trump is coming home. Yeah, retired Lieutenant General Ben Hodges says that he believes that if nations don't take the threat of Russia seriously and act in alliance, then World War III could develop in 18 months. His comments come after secret documents from the German Ministry of Defence outlined a step-by-step doomsday guide on how Russia could escalate the conflict in Ukraine to an even bigger battle. And yeah, the leaked plans were published by a German magazine, Bild, and detail a path to World War III, using Belarus as a launching pad for an invasion. And it got, look, 9 steps from World War III. But don't worry, it won't happen. Not if Trumpy gets back in power. Because Trump is going to, he says he's going to bring world peace. So there we go. That'd be fine, wouldn't it? It'd be fine. Meanwhile, in a case of stupid, this is a supreme case of stupid. This is a story of former British child chess prodigy Aditya Verma. He's described as a gifted student. He looks a bit of a dweeb, but he ain't smart. He's not smart. He's a bit daft, actually. Why? What did he do? Well, right. He joked that I'm the Taliban and said he put a bomb on a packed EasyJet plane. Yeah. 2 Spanish military fighter jets were scrammed after Verma, a former star pupil at St Olave's Grammar School in Alberton, Kent, claimed I'm the Taliban and bragged he was going to blow up the plane as he travelled on from the UK to Menorca. And he's been summoned to court in Madrid on Monday to stand trial after being charged with a public order offence. And this is following his graduation holiday. That's where he's heading. Spanish officials are yet to release the indictment which will form the basis of the prosecutor's case against the super bright youngster who turned 20 earlier this month. But they said they don't want a prison sentence. Here he is being led away. What a plonker, Rodney. Wait a minute. Dog gets upset. I nearly forgot to put the microphone back on. Or we can get dog cam. There's dog cam. Dog cam with guitar. There we go. But although they're not looking at a prison sentence, they are looking at a £100,000 bill for the fighter planes. Yeah. So he's looking at 82,000 compensation bill and a further 9.5 fine. So yeah, this happened back in July the 3rd, 2022, and here are the planes, the jet fighters that were scrambled. What an arsehole! What an A-grade arsehole! But as we said, Trump is coming back, because this at the Iowa caucus, he scored 51%. They say it's a landslide. It's a magnificent thing. It's a magnificent thing. There you go. He says he's going to bring peace to the world. Right. Apparently your fingers can tell you if you're a psychopath. Okay. Scientists have revealed an easy way to identify a psychopath in the real world. It's all down to your fingers. People who have a longer ring finger than index finger are more likely to have psychopathic tendencies. Oh Christ, this ain't looking good. Researchers from Centre de Recherche at Charles Lemoyne, Quebec say the findings suggested that psychopathy may be biologically rooted. And oh no. Oh shit. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good, folks. This isn't good. But yeah, that's what you're looking for, right? I'm not happy. What do you think? Oh no. Oh no, I'm a psychopath. Wait a minute. Oh. See, that's how you do it. Did you see how I did that? Did you see it? I actually changed the length of my fingers there for the camera. Did you see that? Yeah, clever that. See that? You can do it. Look, that synced in, and then you can, oh yeah, and then you can get them back together again. See? I'm a little bit on that finger. It's a bit worrying. There's index finger. There's ring finger. It's catching up. But you can, like I said, if you just adjust your fingers, you too can be like a. No, you just got to angle your fingers. There you go. Uh, I'm all right this time. But there you go. Everyone's checking their fingers now and going like that. I think you'd know, wouldn't you? What else have we got? Do, do, do. Okay. This is Gen Z. Are you a Gen Z? This is a TikTok thing where they're combining vanilla ice cream with olive oil and even sea salt. And is it something you'd try? Well, firstly, it's a good waste of olive oil and a good waste of vanilla ice cream. Um, but yeah, it's uh, there's no cure for stupid, is there? Why? Why would you do that? Anyway, that was stupid. Meanwhile, if you're from Cornwall, I know Andrew is, but he hasn't been in lately. He might be in now. The game of Cornish hurling is under threat. What is this? Cornish hurling is an old tradition of the St Ives feast and began as an ancient form of rugby. Right. In the old days, men scrambled to keep possession of a cricket ball-sized ball made of apple wood coated in silver. But over the years, it evolved, and now even kids can play. And the mayor throws a silver ball over the wall at St Ives Parish Church onto the beach below at Lambeth Walk while shouting, "Get away, get tag," which translates to "fair play is good play" in Cornish. I'm just a grockle. And after several hours of rough and tumble, the players return to the Guildhall in the Royal Square, where councillors drop pennies from the balcony and wait for the clock to strike noon. But yeah, there's been a health and safety review by Cornish County Council, but people have laughed. They've gone, "This is ridiculous," because they suggest they got rid of the ball and instead wrapped a tangerine in foil and replaced the silver coins for chocolate coins instead, and moving the location, which would mean the children would have to start the game on dangerous, jagged rocks. But the St Ives Town Council refused to back down to move the location, with one councillor describing it as "health and safety gone mad." Well, look, here's the ball that they use. Again, wrapping a tangerine in tinfoil isn't gonna be any good. And yeah, that is Cornish hurling, and they're gonna try and ruin it for everyone. And look, this was back in 1925 that they were doing it. And yeah, here they are, out in the street. Here's an action shot for you. There you go, Cornish hurling. Learned something new today. There we go. Okay, we're going back to the eunuch makers. Who remembers them? The case of the eunuch makers. We have covered it. It's come to an end. And they ran a very lucrative website where people could watch various body modification things happening. Again, this is a former nurse, a male prostitute, and a man known as the eunuch maker had been at the Old Bailey. And yeah, the ringleader, who's had his leg and penis removed, is now wheelchair bound. while other members of the gang took part in acts of mutilation that included removing genitals and nipples. That's standard fare, isn't it? Some of these events were live streamed on the internet to a paying audience, and they reckon they made £200,000. Wow. And the public could be, reading this, but it's all true. The group of men have been deliberately cutting off their own limbs, often for money and sexual pleasure. How bizarre. And there's the, this was the website, the Eunuch Maker website. Oh, God, it's a different world out there, isn't it? And this is Damien Burns. He was sentenced to 5 years, causing GBH with intent. Jacob Crimmy Appleby, he was jailed for 3 years. And that's a knife used to remove the penis of Marius Gustafsson. Of course it is. Good job we're not having a sausage sandwich for lunch, isn't it? Nathan Arnold, who was a nurse, has been given a 2-year suspended sentence. And have we got another? We've done that one. And this is the ringleader, Marius Gustafsson, who ended up with no cock and no leg either. So there you go. But he also claimed disability benefit. Of course he did. There you go. But yeah, they've all it's all been done now. Lovely. You've got to do that. That's the story. That's a story we've got to do. How long have I done? God, it feels like I've been going on all morning. Feels like I've been going on all morning. Here you go. Who wants to take a ride on the space elevator? Jordan William Hughes is an architect, and he's got an idea for something called what he thinks is going to be work out a space elevator. And basically, on our planet, you'll have these bases, which will then lift you high into the sky. Okay, I'm sure there's all sorts of structural issues to. I mean, I've seen things like this in science fiction before, but it's all about getting the relationship with the capsule with the Earth right, because of the rotation of the Earth, and it could easily go wrong very, very quickly. But that's what he wants to build. Okay, I think it's a bit sci-fi, but would you go on a space elevator? Leave a comment in the comment box below. You won't. Now, you've all been going on worrying about COVID, but RSV is the new thing to look out for, especially if you're more mature years. Respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, is, again, I read about this a while back, but it didn't go in. You know, when you read something, it just doesn't. No, the sun's coming. I'm fighting the sun. Well, anyway, they reckon that RSV vaccinations could be the next thing that we're going to need, because it's the virus is as bad as flu, especially for the over 75s. I reckon RSV is responsible for more than 29,000 hospitalisations in the over 65s each year. Harish Nair, Professor of Paediatric Diseases and Global Health at Edinburgh University, says some mathematical studies even estimate that in the UK, RSV may cause the same annual increase in hospitalisations as deaths as flu. But because it's underdiagnosed and undertreated, people often mistake it for colds, flu, and other issues. Interesting. So, but yes, Andrew Pollard, chair of the JCVI and Professor of Infection Immunity at Oxford University, said in adulthood, every 3 or 4 years we catch a cold. It's actually RSV, and as we get older, we've increased our chance of getting other conditions that makes us more vulnerable. And once we're over 65, an increasing proportion of the population has medical conditions that can worsen with an RSV infection. So if you've had heart failure and you get this, it makes your heart failure symptoms much worse. It's the same with people with chronic lung disease. There we go. We've got something else to worry about. RSV. It's one virus that you wouldn't want to get a RSVP from. Okay. Okay. And here's a stock image of some vaccine. As if I've got enough to worry about already. Here we go. Do you have problems with your bins? Are you sick and tired of sorting the green waste from the food waste from the regular waste? And don't get me started about polystyrene, which is treated around here like you're dealing with nuclear, fallout. They put a big yellow and black sticker on your bag saying contamination. I expect them to come out in hazmat suits just because of a little bit of polystyrene. It's not happened to me because I'm smarts. I'm smarts. I put it round the bin, round in Oakley Court, you see. Smarts. But yeah, Richard Imber from Corringham in Essex, right, has found a loophole in his council's strict rubbish collection schedule. Yeah. Uh, he's basically put on a note on his bin that says, "I'm non-binary. Get it? Binary. And I today identify as a green bin. Please empty me." And apparently, they've been doing it. So there you go. It's the one non-binary thing I can get behind. But look, it all goes to landfill. It all goes to the same place. And here's the fella himself, who's outsmarted the council. There you go. The general waste bins in the area are collected weekly on a Monday, but as it was Christmas, it moved forward to Saturday, December 23rd, with the next collection on the January the 2nd. So he snuck an extra load of rubbish out there. He's sticking it to the man. And here are some tweets who got behind him. Got behind him. I wonder if there was a council response. Let's have a look. Thurrock Council spokesman said general waste collections currently take place weekly. There are some changes to collection because of Christmas and New Year bank holidays. These are advertised on the website, social media feeds, through the council regular resident email newsletter. We apologise if any bins are missed or collected late during this period. There we go. So, but yeah, it's all right, isn't it? It's all right. What else have we got? Bad do-it-yourself. I'm sure we've done some of these. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We've done some of those. Some quick court news and some animal news at the same time. This is Christopher Wilden. He's described. I mean, it's the headline. The headline is a bit weird because maybe I'm reading it wrong. It says, drug-addicted tree surgeon abseiled down cliff face to steal peregrine falcon eggs to feed his heroin addiction. What are peregrine falcon eggs made of? Because they must be pretty strong, isn't it? Was he freebasing them? But yeah, he went down a quarry wall and stole the eggs, whilst the distressed birds desperately called out to feed. Called out. Oh, whoever wrote this, it's written by AI. I'm going to read this sentence. A tree surgeon abseiled down a quarry wall and stole peregrine falcon eggs while the distressed birds were desperately called out to feed his drug addiction. I think that sentence is badly constructed and desperately needs a comma, some grammar in there somewhere. But yeah, there was oh fuck you, Darren. RSPB footage of him doing the naughty. Here we go. So it's a long one. But look, a genuine peregrine falcon. This is kind of our animal story, but I've also got another one to end on. Oh my goodness, this is shocking stuff. It's 2 minutes 18 of this, so I'm going to zip forward. There he is. Bloody hell. Him grabbing. Wow, there you go. So that's how you get your eggs. He was jailed for 18 weeks at Southern Derbyshire Magistrates Court. The judge, Stephen Flint, said, "It seems the birds are not beyond your thieving grasp. You may see them simply as eggs for profit, but this causes damage to the environment and is a deplorable thing to do." This happened at Bolsover Moor Quarry in Whalley Road, Whalley, on April the 23rd last year. But the eggs were being monitored, and they placed a covert camera, the RSPB, to film the development of the unborn chicks because they knew there was a nest. And Mr. Wilden came along and stole them. What a rotter. What an absolute rotter. Here he is. This is what an absolute rotter looks like. You're a rotter and a cad and a bounder and a druggie. Hopefully you get treatment. We can't end it there. That's miserable. That's too miserable. Should we go with another miserable one? We're going back to world's oldest dog. Do you remember Bobby, the world's oldest dog? Do you remember him? He had a reported age of 31 years old, and he died. He died last year, October the 23rd. Do you remember? Well, he's been stripped of his Guinness World Record because animal lovers, those, I knew they'd do it. I knew they'd ruin it for everyone, right? They ruin it for everyone. These amateur sleuths, right? They investigated earlier pictures, and they reckon, and again, I don't know about you, right? Here he is. In 1999, they said, well, whoops, the old sun just peeps through there. They said, look, this Bobby has got white paws. And that proves that it's not the other dog, because the other dog didn't have white paws. And but I don't know about you, but look, his paws were white, but they've faded with age. Can you see that? I'm going to zoom in. Look, that paw was definitely white. Look, there's always some bastard out there ruining everything for everyone. I say justice for Bobby. No, see, there he is there, see? He's just got old and his markings have changed. That's all it is. Or maybe he walked through some paint. Could have happened. Could have happened. And here he is again, let's see. Look. You can see the markings there. Look, there's a marking on his back paw. And there's a mark. He just changed with age. He was 31 years old, for Christ's sake. People, eh? People. Anyway, let's see if there's anyone in the room. 8 people in. It is in. Good afternoon. Afternoon to you too. Payne says, 31st greatest singer in prog. You talking about me? No, that's terrible. Payne says, house bloke paid 13 million but didn't pay for a full search with the planning department. Well, I think a lot of these people just expect that they can do exactly what they want because they've got lots of money. But again, if it had replaced it with a home that looked, that was in keeping with the area, he probably wouldn't have had any problem. I think because he wanted to construct one of these, glass and steel monstrosities, these boxes. There's a house on our dog walk. I'll have to take a picture of it. It recognised my thumb. He won't do it again. So he won't do it again. I wonder what that is. I wish I knew what all the symbols were. On our dog walk, looks like someone designed it in Minecraft. It's completely blocky. It's ridiculous because we laugh at it. The kids and the missus, we all laugh at the Minecraft house when we go past it. Payne says, you wait for electric bus to burst into flames, then two come along. He went there. And then he said, another way to see if your fingers are psychopath, see if they're tensed around someone's neck or covered in blood and entrails. And Payne adds, that sort of body modification cost an arm and a leg. And Gareth says, I'm not here. I don't think I am either. And on that, that's the only way we've got to end. Remember, it's Tuesday tonight, so it's the live stream. So I'll see you late and live and direct in your faces from about 11 p.m. And we'll have some fun there, I hope, if I can figure out what we're going to say. Again, completely unprepared, because that's what we do. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel, one video at a time. You know you've got to drink out. Ta-ta.